This is the JTV News Update. I am Sean Rose. Acting Premier of the Virgin Islands, Honorable Dr. Kedrick Pickering, has released a statement on the passing of former legislator Riel George. Dr. Pickering said government is sad to learn of the passing of the former Minister for Natural Resources and Labour, Deputy Speaker and Territorial at-Large Representative Honorable Riel George, a stalwart whose commitment to many aspects of development in the territory and the advancement of Virgin Islanders cannot be overstated. Dr. Pickering said Mr. George has made significant contributions to affect major changes in this territory and dedicated his life to placing the needs of the public above his own. Health officials from the health surveillance team have confirmed one case of influenza H1N1, which is commonly referred to as swine flu here in the territory. Medical officer Dr. Ronald Georges told the Department of Information and Public Relations that the only case of H1N1 in the territory was a tourist who was treated and released. According to Dr. Georges, the ministry has a surveillance committee who works together to identify, track, educate and ensure that procedures and processes are in place to manage health emergencies. World Food Day activities were held in the territory on Wednesday, October 16. The observation included an opening ceremony, food preservation techniques and demonstrations, and healthy eating presentations. There was also the customary and popular food sampling of locally grown, harvested and prepared crops and livestock, including beef, lamb, chicken, squash, okra, breadfruit, eggplant and plantain. A slice of the British Virgin Islands was brought to life in London in the form of painkillers, leafy palms and decadent Caribbean flavors from conch fritters, grilled fish and fried plantains. The Be the VI pop-up bar, an event created by British agencies Black and Beach Tomato, was launched during the week of October 7 to 11 in London to provide citygoers with the BVI experience in their own backyard. Spaces were transformed into a tropical oasis with the sounds of steel drums and soft white sand. Pusser's rum from the BVI helped bring the infamous painkiller cocktail to the lucky attendees, which were made especially by Virgin Gorda mixologist Vernon Ninja Stevens, who traveled from the BVI to London with the BVI Tourist Board. Miss BVI 2012 Shari De Castro departed the territory on October 21 for the 62nd annual Miss Universe pageant in Moscow, Russia. Some 86 delegates are expected to participate in the 2013 pageant on November 9, 2013 at the Crocus City Hall in Moscow. Speaking to the media on Monday at the Terence B. Lettsome International Airport, prior to her departure from the territory, De Castro called on members of the BVI community to rally behind her as she competes on the global stage.
This, I must admit, is a remarkable opportunity for career and character building, along with expanding my ever-growing resume. A course charted with various challenges, but has been a most humbling journey and a true test of inner strength. However, above all my personal gains, I am more delighted by the privilege bestowed upon me, which is absolutely my main focus, and that is to represent these beautiful British Virgin Islands to the best of my ability. Based on my research, I can assure you that this chapter is not going to be a walk in the park. However, I am reassured by my faith in God and the love and support of my family, friends, church family, and the BVI community that I will be guided every step of the way. As I take flight, my humble request is for your continued support and prayers. And as every kind words and thoughts will go a long way in keeping me motivated, as well as to hopefully make me feel less homesick. This can also be done by following me on Facebook, Miss Universe British Virgin Islands. This is where I will keep you updated on my daily happenings in Russia.
Flanked by reigning Miss BVI 2013 Rosanna Chichester and Miss World BVI Curtis Cassandra Malone, the Miss Universe BVI contestant acknowledged the individuals and agencies who form her support base as she moves to represent the BVI on the global stage in Russia on November 9.
I leave today with the blessing of my spiritual father, Bishop John Ivan Klein, whose words of encouragement, especially during a time when I had great concerns about limited preparation time, kept me focused. I depart today with stored gratitude in my heart to all those who have worked tirelessly to make this journey possible. My committed, crazy, and comedic chaperone, Damian Grange. My supermom, Violet DeCastro, who has been in the background every step of the way, literally. My quiet strength, my father, Arthur DeCastro, sisters, brothers, friends, my entire support system, the BVI Tourist Board, Virgin Islands Festival and Fairs Committee, the Miss BVI Pageant Committee, and special thanks to Mr. Marvin Blyden. I would also like to acknowledge the reigning Miss British Virgin Islands, Miss Rosanna Chichester, and Miss World British Virgin Islands, Miss Curtis Cassandra Malone.
The BVI Olympic Committee has donated $10,000 to the Run Walk for Health program. The Run Walk for Health program is a community-based program supported by the government of the Virgin Islands as part of its efforts to reduce the risk factors for chronic non-communicable diseases. The program is aimed at improving the level of physical activity among adults in the 25 to 44 age group. Activities include training and development, voluntary walk leaders, the establishment of Run Walk for Health clubs, 10,000 Steps program, 3 annual Mega Walk Run events, and an annual summit. The project is a partnership between the Ministry of Health and Social Development, the Department of Youth Affairs and Sports, Community Health and Wellness Committees, and the BVI Olympic Committee. The Olympic Committee donated $10,000 this year and is expected to donate an estimated $20,000 more over the next 2 years. For the JTV News Update, Sean Rose.